Bueno, vamos a hablar con teneis. Habéis visto un corte en el vídeo que probablemente lo haya hecho puro. Habéis visto un corte en el vídeo porque lo he cortado para poder grabar otro capítulo y no tenéis que estar despidiendo y tal cual. Así que seguramente esta será la segunda parte del vídeo que veáis. Y es que no lo he alargado lo suficiente. Cuando corto un vídeo así es por eso, porque se ha ido grabando. En vez de poner un capítulo de 1 hora, pues lo divido en dos. Parece más ameno y aparte con tanto diálogo, pues... teneis. Está por aquí.
Don't try anything. The place is busy like never before.
Oh, a Witcher.
Cierto, el otro día salió hace tiempo una noticia de que CD Projekt dijo que The Witcher 3 no vendría, lo sabéis, bueno, supongo que sabréis, The Witcher 3 va a ir doblado a un montón de idiomas, me parece que está doblado a 7 u 8 idiomas, el doblaje, o sea, totalmente localizado con las voces y todo. A francés, a portugués o brasileño me parece, a polaco obviamente, a alemán, a un montón de idiomas. Y España se queda fuera. Digamos, más o menos casi todos los idiomas o gran parte de los idiomas más hablados de Europa, pero gran parte de los idiomas hablados en Europa, menos España. CD Projekt dijo que es que The Witcher, el primer Witcher y el segundo, digamos que lo hicieron por ventas y el primer Witcher y el segundo no vendieron lo suficiente en España como para poder, como para tener una provisión de ventas que les compensara doblarlo al castellano. Y en los últimos, y cuando empezó a subir el hype en España, fue entonces cuando llegó su departamento de, supongo, de ventas y les dijo que en España iban a vender un puto huevo. Pero claro, ya era demasiado tarde para doblar el juego, por eso The Witcher 3 no vendrá, salvo sorpresa mayúscula, doblado al castellano. ¿Veis? Grabar, no me fío.
Pray tell, what compels you to disturb the Prince of Edirne, Witcher?
I have a few questions.
And you believe I should answer them instead of setting my dogs on you?
I think your Royal Highness has enough foes, here, abroad, in Vengerberg.
The intricacies of succession are not something I wish to discuss with an itinerant monster
Hijo de
slayer.
puta, me caía bien al principio, ya no.
I'm trying to figure out where this fog came from. What exactly happened here 3 years ago?
Henselt's mages committed mass murder. A dark day for the knighthood and all people of honor. But it was honor that allowed us to survive. There was no defeat, no victory. Honor stood against wickedness, virtue against black magic.
You took part in that battle?
My father stayed in the capital. He was to defend Vengerberg. I took to the field. I wanted to stop Henselt before he crossed the Pontar, but I was too late. So I decided to await him at Vergen. Henselt's army was exhausted. We would have triumphed if not for that heinous act. Henselt had mages with him, and they cast a treacherous spell on the entire battlefield. A fiery rain fell from the heavens. Destructive, murderous embers which brought the battle to an end. I gathered the few survivors and withdrew deep into the country. The soldiers were terrified, but Henselt showed no desire to pursue.
Only a master mage could have cast such a powerful spell, and I suspect he could not have accomplished it alone.
I remember Sabrina Glevissig. Through the flames I saw her observing the carnage from her mount, dressed in a hunting suit. Straight-backed, dispassionate.
Sabrina. If I remember correctly, she's Henselt's advisor.
Was. Henselt condemned her to death for casting that spell. The Kedwenis roasted in their armor, just the same way the Edirnians did. You know what struck me when all hell broke loose? What I found astonishing and even amusing? Going into battle, we sang our Edirnian songs. They intoned their Kedweni hymns to Creve. But when fire descended from the sky, Our cries of pain were no different. We all wailed as humans. For an instant, the magnitude of the tragedy brought together our two warring nations.
I still have no idea where the spectral fog came from.
I'm afraid I don't know either.
Succession is the topic of choice in about every inn in the country. I don't know for sure, but I think the hangman of Vengerberg was the last to claim the throne.
My patience has its limits, and at present, only my respect for Lady Saskia restrains my anger. Come to the point, or leave me be.
Don't change the subject, Prince.
So be it. Let us set our differences aside and speak as equals.
Then tell me what you're doing so far away from the capital. Why aren't you in Vengerberg being crowned?
Well, sadly, my position is not strong there. My father emboldened the nobles. The great families have decided in this hour, so critical for the realm.
No, recordad que Stennis es príncipe todavía, no ha sido coronado rey.
Edirn has become a lawless land, ruled by those who wield might, by those whom people follow. I intend to show just how worthy I am of the crown, and thus claim what's mine.
By returning to Vengerberg a hero. There should be no shortage of opportunities here.
I don't like your tone, Witcher.
You might be surprised, Prince, but I have more political experience than I'd like.
The famous Geralt of Rivia, invited to the table by Calanth, Foltest's little favorite. I've heard you've even parleyed with the Emperor of Nilfgaard. Think I'm impressed? Calanth is dead. Meve curses your name when she hears it. Foltest was murdered before your very eyes, and the Emperor, as I heard it, he thought you insignificant.
Are you going somewhere with this?
Indeed. You should know that a king sometimes needs a hired thug to take care of dirtier deeds. If the thug is naive enough, instead of reaching into his purse, the king buys him with virtuous words, the flash of his rings, pledges of friendship. And when, having done his deed, the thug departs, swaggering proudly like a peacock, the king discreetly giggles. Truly, I never thought you could be so pitiful.
Vale, me ha puesto en mi sitio y en un momento.
Get out!
Eh.
Get out!
¿En serio?
Get out!
A ver. ¿En serio no me das la sangre, tío? ¿Se ha peleado conmigo? Ah, cargo la partida y no le doy a esa conversación.
Get out!
Sí, tío, no puede ser. Si flipo hubiera... Y tenis. A ver, tiempo de espera, a ver si se le pasa el enfado.
Get out!
No, me voy a tener que cargar, ¿eh? Sí.
Pray tell, what
I have a few.
and you believe...
Y básicamente es lo mismo, pero sin hablar.
I need royal blood,
As you know, I've yet to be crowned.
but blood of your royal ancestors flows through your veins.
Well, true, but that doesn't mean I'll shed a drop for some vagabond. Are you a witcher or a vampire?
I need it to save Saskia.
I need you to live. Don't bother me with such audacious proposals.
Ah, amigo. Vale. Ah, que entonces... ¿Qué hijo de puta?
Don't change.
Había persuasión. Vamos a hablar exactamente lo mismo que él, por si acaso modifica la...
Get out!
Vale. No me acordaba, tío, de que Steny no me daba la sangre. Ah, probablemente me la deje en Sel ahora cuando pase. Vale, Sel. Vale. Cuando ella le pidió al hijo de Dema un poco de sangre, este se negó en redondo, se comportó de un modo penoso, pero podría haber salvado la vida de la asesinada sin perder nada. Pero así era estéril, arrogante y egoísta, más no poder. Geralt solo podía confiar en que se presentase otra oportunidad. Saskia parecía sentenciada. Pues no lo presentan a Stennis así al principio, del acto. ¿Vale? Tris habla con el enano que vio a Tris. Fácil. Bajar. Ir a la posada a ver al enano. Es que no quiero meterme en la mina todavía. La de... está aquí. Está aquí debajo, que es la posada. No quiero meterme en la mina todavía. Solta ni los demás. Ahí habrá combate a tutiplén. Pero ir más preparado ya con todo listo aquí.
Let me tell you about the woman who fell
Look,
from the sky.
another one. You let one
Look.
human in and in no time.
I heard you saw something interesting.
As clearly as I see you. Amazing. I look into the sky. But wait, you must buy a fellow a drink for such a
¿En serio?
story.
Well, you shut it already. We could all recite this bullshit now.
I'm a client and I'll say what I want. Pour me some Mahakaman mead and no cheating. This noble wayfarer will pay.
Lo pagaré, vamos a ver. Creando.
I'll pay, but if you bore me, I'll shove this meat up your ass.
It's such a fine liquor. And my ass has no taste.
Cuenta.
You won't regret it.
Speak.
Last week I was passing by the gullies. I like to take a hike from time to time.
Get to the point.
Hush. So I'm walking and suddenly there's a flash, a crack. I'm thinking, a storm's coming, but nary a cloud in the sky.
You hit the ground with your arse so hard you saw a flash. You were that drunk.
Then I saw people lying in a gully as if they'd fallen from the sky, a man and a woman. The woman was so beautiful, I wished she'd fallen down on me.
Muera.
What did the woman look like?
A redhead, wearing a vest and high shoes, with pert tits and a round arse, just waiting to be grabbed and...
That sounds just like your old lady.
Shut your mouth!
What happened then?
Well, the woman was hurting, couldn't get up. The man clearly disliked her, because he didn't help her. He just stood there, menacing and talking, and then he left. And the redhead...
Claro, todo esto no nos lo cuentan en el otro lado
Didn't
de...
even try to
La
help
parte de
her, you
Rose, todo esto no lo
I was
cuentan.
about to do exactly that when a troll came out of the gully, ugly as shit after blueberries.
Did it attack her?
Not at all. I hid and saw everything. First he sniffed her, so I thought he'd eat her. But he didn't. He threw her over his shoulder like a sack and returned to the gullies.
Is that all?
Yes. Didn't waste your money, as you'll agree.
I think something's Philippa.
Encuentra los barrancos que mencionó el
How
enano.
can I help? See you again.
Vale, vale, esta misión nos lleva a los barrancos. Que por el lado de Rhodes están cortados, pero por aquí están abiertos. O de esta parte por lo menos. Burdon. Me parece que no me señala. ¿A alguno? Ah, pues sí, mira. Pensaba que esto era hablar aleatoriamente con... Y otra vez la posada para no ver.
Damn. What's with everyone being so nice today?
Debajo hay un hijo de puta que me puede hablar. Se está moviendo. What the fuck? Tú. Alenburg.
Geralt, right. My uncles told me a lot about you. Nice work with those spectres. And Saskia? Well, I wager the gods didn't think you could save her.
Your uncle?
Cecil!
Dile al anciano enano con el que tenemos que hablar.
Scaling burdens, my name.
Nice to meet you.
luchar en la batalla.
What'll you do when the battle rolls around?
I'll be right out front fighting. Uncle Cecil's allowed it. Says I'm an adult. I'm gonna kick some kid when he asks.
No fears?
Of what? My uncle believes I can do it, and Yarpen taught me how to swing an axe with follow-through. I'll smash a few heads, then go to the tavern and drink till I drop.
Battles are unpredictable, and this'll be your first. You'll have to kill, wade through piles of bloody corpses, all the while watching you don't get cut down yourself. Sure you're ready for this?
To tell the truth, I'm shitting myself a bit. Straw dummies. That's all I've sworn at so far. When I think on what's going to happen here. But, all for one and one for all, right? Just don't tell my uncle, please. He's thrashed me a few times already for talk like that.
I won't say a word. Is Cecil your guardian?
Aye. Ever since my parents passed on. They took me in, fed me, taught me a profession and how to live, really.
How did your parents die?
During one of the massacres Demavend arranged for us. But I'd rather not talk of that.
Sure.
Demavend me parece que era racista, estaba en contra de los elfos y de los enanos.
Hey, Scalen, wanna arm wrestle?
I really like to wrestle, but
It's not the contest of the century, I just want to test you.
steady on! I've got conditions.
Ah, vale,
First,
este es el que me da la
you have
misión
to
de
beat
los
Yarpen
pulsos.
and
Vale, vale.
Sheldon.
Who should I challenge?
Those chumps. Yarpen Zigrin and Sheldon Skaggs.
Show me what you're made of.
I'm at the top of the pile.
A ver, ¿me va a saltar la misión de los pulsos? Todo. Saltará la braz con Yarpen o con el otro. De poder.
I'm looking for places near Vergen where magic would be strong. Somewhere a sorcerer might have stayed.
Let me think. Verfrin, a summoner of elementals, once lived in the wood beyond Vergen. They say his creatures excavated the entire southern wall. You could also search the nearby ruins and abandoned crypts. If boulders with arms and legs aren't magic, then I don't know what is.
Yo no me ha dicho nada, puto.
Hey, Scalen.
Me sigue señalando a este. Pero está... ¿Ah? Uno es Scalen. Ah, vale, otro es el posadero.
How can I?
He hablado antes, creo. Creo que es el posadero. He hablado antes de los lugares. A ver. Me falta uno que es... O dos. No, me falta uno que está allí. El burdón es el anciano. Con el mismo que tenemos que hablar y para entrar en la mina también. Me parece que sí, vamos a entrar en la mina ya, ¿eh? Güey. No recuerdo esta parte del juego. Venga, yo con la espada de plata, o sea, no llevo ni...
That's a witcher, not a human.
¿Vamos con Yarpen?
We should get together for a good
¿Faltan?
libation. No time for idle chatter.
Directamente. Sí.
The Witcher's on board. We can go.
Let's get to work, my bearded friends.
Open the shaft, Skaggs. If you kill off those monsters, the whole of Vergen will be grateful. I'm sure some coin would be found.
We'll keep that in mind, Cecil. So, Sheldon, You opened the shaft yet?
Keep your pricks in your trousers. You can't just plough forward all the time. A mind is like a lover. You need to be gentle, so she accepts you moist and hot.
You and your music, Sheldon.
I true the wolves at 3,000.
How are things, Geralt?
Vale, pero entro con todo. ¿Dónde vas, tío? Vale, ya me deja jugar con él. Dado y todo. ¿Está recargando impuestos?
This must be the first revolt ever to be taxed.
We can't feed ourselves nor fortify our walls with rebel slogans alone. But rest easy. Stennis and the nobles won't get a single oren from us. Though, of course, the prince is just waiting for the right moment to get his grubby hands on our finances.
I'm sure his motivations are pure, and he'll do it exclusively out of regard for his subjects.
¿Cuándo gobiernas Berge?
How long have you been alderman?
My predecessor was killed 3 years ago. I was one of his advisors. I knew my way round the circus. So, I volunteered to manage things. No one opposed me. Mostly I deal with trade and taxes, and I organize assorted matters. In the end, everyone listens to Saskia exclusively, me included.
How are things?
Everyone awaits the battle. Some pray, others drink. Zoltan and Yarpan are chasing peasants around the square. They need a bit of drilling. Iorveth's warriors are trying to be inconspicuous, so they should. I'd feel better if they crawled up the devil's arse and disappeared. But Saskia thinks we don't stand a chance without them.
Sí, será una parte importante para ganar la batalla, sí.
I'd like to play die.
Shall we?
Parece que esta es la primera vez que sigo grabando y que divido el vídeo. Espero que no os importe. Pero es que son por culo, o sea, en los capítulos en plan de 20 minutos y... el mismo número. ¡Oh! Río, mierda.
You might have beat the innkeeper, but you didn't stand a chance.
We'll see next.
Sí, sí, dame otra.
I'd like to.
Shall we?
¿Por qué lo tiro ahí? Porque... bueno, ahora lo explico. Está el 1. Hay más, se supone que hay más probabilidad. Fuck. Pareja. Vale. Hay más probabilidad cuando jugáis a los dados. Tenéis que llevar, como lleváis, los manejáis con el ratón. Los tiráis a esta esquina de aquí, esquina inferior izquierda, y hacéis que se junten. Cuando están todos juntos, los tiráis encima de aquí, del primer slot de los dados, ahí. Supone que hay una probabilidad mayor de que os salgan una combinación buena.
Aren't you gonna ask for a rematch?
You're too good. Try Haggard or Smith's apprentice.
Cecil, do you know anyone who fought in the war 3 years ago?
I did.
Did you fight here at Vergen?
Course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about the battle.
That old kook insult, called king by some, thought that Adernians were bumpkins who'd ship bricks as soon as his troops crossed the river.
Why did he attack Edan?
According to Henselt, Upper Edirn is the ancient legacy of the Kedwini crown and must be returned to the mother country. Brazen farter.
That brazen farter had a point. If you read some history, you'll know that 300 years ago this land belonged to Gedwin.
Load of crap. 700 years ago, the elves reigned here. And 1,000,000 years ago, these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way, every king could invade a neighboring land and claim his right to do so because an ancestor took a dump there.
All right. Hensel wanted to conquer Upper Edirn. What then?
He rolled in, got hammered, and rolled out.
Cecil, that doesn't help me much.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try speaking of it, I'll see it all again. I don't want it.
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible creatures called draugrs. A Eternians, Kidweni, men, elves, and dwarves too.
Bloody hell. No peace even after death.
I want to help them, but I need to know more about the battle.
Very well.
Todo
Listen.
esto me parece que te lo cuenta por el otro lado.
That grew hot later.
Te lo cuenta
When Van de Grift attacked in the afternoon,
Civic.
he sent a dun banner at the fore. Many of our lads shit themselves at the mere sight of their standard, but we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we managed to fool their scouts. If it wasn't for that ambush, we wouldn't be speaking today. They likely wouldn't be in Upper Edinburgh.
Te cuentan más detalles sobre lo que pasó a este lado de la guerra. Y en el otro lado te cuentan los detalles del otro lado de la guerra.
Everywhere he appeared, the Kidwenis gave ground. He wreaked havoc among them. Hearts rose at the mere sight of his armor. Then Van de Grift himself entered the fray. Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. In the end, Van de Grift killed Seltkirk. A terrible death that sent the Edirnian ranks into disarray. I thought it was the end of us. Then the sky fell, as if the stars themselves had decided to avenge the death of a great knight. Fire covered the battlefield. Nobody sought the enemy. They were all looking for somewhere to flee. Yes, there were no more friends and enemies, only the living and the dead. They say it was the doing of a Kidweni sorceress who wanted revenge on Van de Grift. Could be true, as Henselt had her executed right after the battle.
You saw the Kidwenis cross the river?
From afar, I saw Van de Grift leading 4,000 heavily armed men. Many a heart sank when we saw the elite bearheads or the armoured banners from Ardcarrig. The Dun banner was in the middle, veterans of Brenna. As soon as he set foot on Edirnian land, Van de Grift climbed the hill and surveyed the area, as if it was his fief. Son of a bitch was as sure of himself as ever. Upon spying him, I remember the dwarves all dropped their trousers and showed him their asses. Then Seltkirk stepped out in front of us. His white armour shone in the sun. We were afraid a Kidweni arbalist would shoot him, but they too stood as if frozen. And Seltkirk just looked at them and bowed ever so slightly.
Remember anything from before the battle?
As if it was yesterday. Henselt's troops crossed the Pontar the third day after the autumn equinox. Edirn had good spies, so we were ready for them, and Seltkirk lined up our troops along the hills. Our hearts rose at the sight of the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersberg and Gullet fluttering in the wind. Knights and armoured infantry side by side in our ranks. Even the peasants had their regiments. The dwarves were on the left flank. Over 5,000 strong we were. Nobody caring about race or background, like never before. Only King Demavend was missing, but he must have had more important business than defending his country.
You captured the Dun Banner standard?
Henselt's choice troops, and not a one survived. The visitors sent them to their deaths, refused to give them reinforcements. He was a monster in human form. The men of the Dun were real swaggerers. Killed a lot of our lads, but for every Dunner, there were 7 Edirnians. They had no chance. Aye, we captured their standard. We buried what was left of them in the crypts beyond Vergen. Their standard lies with them. Worthy foes are to be respected, even in death.
I'm going to need that standard. Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Van de Grift?
I stood half a furlong from them. Never seen a fight like it. Probably never will again. They'd already met once at a jousting tournament in Ardcarrig. Seltkirk won there. He beat on the visitor so hard he broke his sword. Seltkirk was a true knight, the last of his breed. Van de Grift was so pissed off after that tournament he hanged the smith who made his sword and ordered a special one from a sorcerer. I bet he cut down Seltkirk with that new sword.
Van de Grift is dead. What happened to his sword?
Saskia's got it. Good thing too. Only her hand can tame the hatred enchanted in that sword. After the battle, when the flames abated, the scavengers came. They stole everything. Imagine, not a single keepsake of Seltkirk in the whole of Edirn. His brother babbled something about a gauntlet, but he's a lying dog.
Thanks, Cecil, that was helpful. I think I know what I need to lift the curse now.
Madame Eilhard claims you need 4 symbols. The standard symbolizes death. Vandegrift's sword stands for hatred. What about the other 2?
I have a feeling Philippa has a handle on the rest.
Otros son
Here's
el
hoping you're right.
medallón de Hensel, ¿puede ser? A ver, a ver. Está lo de... ¿Cuáles eran los otros? Medallón de Hensel y la armadura de Selkirk. Creo, ¿puede ser? Sí.
Saskia needs help, Cecil. Philippa can produce an antidote, but she needs a magic artifact to do that.
Would you like a fern and a dancing worm to go with it? Listen, I don't know about magic, but there is a place, as long as I can remember, it's been of interest to sorcerers. They say it's a very strong intersection. Look for magic there.
Where exactly is there?
Seek out the ruins in the forest beyond Bergen. There's a place of power there. You
Parece
can't
que es
miss
donde
it.
están las arpías antes de llegar a las
Saskia's
catacumbas
a tough
de
girl. She'll bounce back. Keep your head up.
donde está la banderola del estandarte de Edu.
No, Witcher. Thank you. Save that lass, and you'll save my town. Don't forget about the monsters in the pit.
Ya.
What's this? Clad in hues of green.
I wouldn't mind a closer look at your swords. Care to browse through my wares?
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play now?
Tío. Se le ha ido uno.
You must be an old hand at this. The prize money is yours.
Anda que el dinero que saca...
I'd like something besides coin.
I suppose.
Got any meteorite steel?
Aye.
It's meteorite steel, not bloomers or garter.
Meteorite steel comes in several
No, pero no
varieties
quiero, no
depending on the elements dye the ore different colors.
Sí,
For
esto es
instance,
para hacer
fire
las
dyes the
armaduras de
ore
plata.
red, and red meteorite.
Sure you're just the blacksmith's helper?
Want anything or
Quiero el dinero. Aunque no sé si las piedras al venderlas valen más que lo que me va a dar.
I'll take my coin, please.
Me parece que no... No sé si
I
lo...
wouldn't mind a close.
Parece que no lo voy a usar, los aceros meteoríticos. Creo que no lo voy a usar. Y si en el caso de que lo use, los compraría en el último acto. Bien. Ah, mancha. Ya.
Eva, eh? That's a witcher, not a human.
So, no schnapps?
Nope.
No time for
You wet your nuts recently, witcher.
Hostia, cómo se oscurece. Bueno, gente, ¿qué os parece si dejamos el capítulo de hoy aquí? Me despido aquí y con nuestros amigos. Porque me parece que vamos a entrar en las minas. Y en las minas voy a necesitar un puñado de espacio en el inventario para coger un montón de cosas. Así que lo que voy a hacer va a ser dejar el capítulo de hoy aquí, sí. ¿Parece decir? No, pero ya sé. Voy a dejar el capítulo de aquí porque ahora me voy a ir para atrás. Puedo salir, ¿no? Puedo salir. A dejar cosas en el... Sí, sí, mira. Para dejar cosas en el baúl y todo eso y para vender. Sí, sí, ya sé que estaré. Y aparte llevo grabado por lo menos dos capítulos o tres. Y voy a dejar el capítulo de aquí. Bueno, en el caso de que no llegue para 3 capítulos, seguramente seguiré de aquí. Así que nos vemos en el próximo capítulo de las aventuras de Geralt de Rivia. Ya habrá algo de pues te voy a enseñar aquí que está en locura. Que no está en locura. Saludos y hasta la vista.